Alrighty, seeing out yet another weekend. Time keeps a marching on. Here we are. Yes, Fox, that is a good point. On the 4th of July, 1778, black people were still enslaved by the US. And in fact, several of the founding fathers were slave owners. George Washington had teeth that were made from slaves' teeth. He had like dentures made from false teeth. Celtic King, absolutely, America, fuck yeah. Yes, Abigail, how good is a working computer? So yes, hello, Fox, Abigail, Megaleech, Celtic King. Hello. What's my hair doing? Fucking hell, seriously. I don't know. And Luke, hello to you, sir. So yes, 4th of July. Don't know if any of our American friends will be here or they'll all be occupied with various decadences. And as you can probably tell by the way I'm dressed, I intend to make cocktail videos. I still have one to make for this week. Because Friday night, the party was... I did make one on Friday night and I've edited it, and it's funny because there's just this freaking noise going on all the time. And I think there's a literal mic drop right at the end of the video, just when I said, hey, everybody, because they were doing karaoke next door, and there's a katunk just as I finished talking. I think it's a literal mic drop. Might have been accidental, but yeah. Oh, here's Megaleech. I did catch up with Abigail today because to get another bit of help from her with my PC. Last I heard, the scammer hadn't been back. That was such a funny turn of events, because when Abigail got that wrong number message and we decided to mess with them, I initially felt a bit guilty, and then it turns out it's a scam. So I'm glad we wasted their time, because fuck scammers, honestly. And because I actually didn't drink that much last night, and we stayed on the stream for a long time. I was sober by the end of the stream. I didn't drink for the last couple of hours, and I actually went home rather than crashing at Abigail's place. So yeah, I woke up at home this morning, which is always good. Sorry, my nose is irritated. This is the thing, because I got my sleep mask thingy going on. Windows Defender. Stop fucking popping up. Oh, wow. Abigail, she did message you today. So tomorrow we will talk hard. That's oof. Was it that was Tom Gleason's line, wasn't it? Justin, some historical event may have happened in the US on July 2nd, but it is incorrect to say anything apart from July 4th is commemorated as US Independence Day. I am not the person to come at with pedantry, because while I usually enjoy watching the show QI, I don't know who else watches that, if anyone else enjoys that show. For many, many years, well over a decade, it was hosted by Stephen Fry. More recently, Sandy Toksvig took over. But they would regularly, the way they would phrase their questions was complete bullshit. They were willfully and randomly misinterpreting particular words just for the sake of having a surprising answer, and occasionally Abigail, you're going to talk so hard with the scammer? Diamond will turn around and go, damn. Justin, I don't know what date the Declaration of Independence was signed, but like I said, something may or may not have happened along those lines, but it is factually incorrect to say anything apart from 4th of July is commemorated as United States Independence Day. Whatever happened in history on whatever day, it is incorrect to say anything apart from the 4th of July is commemorated as American Independence Day. No, Celtic King, I'm not wearing the kilt. I could have. Wore it on Friday night, but, bare legs and all of that. U.S. Declaration of Independence signed. So the declaration was indeed signed on the 2nd. I could, and why not? I'll look up. It was ratified. There you go. It was signed on the 2nd of July. It was put together in June, July 1776. They did the group signing on the 2nd of July. It was ratified on the 4th of July. So the signing was a symbolic act in terms of it being an official declaration from the US Continental Congress. That happened on the 4th of July. 4th of July, every day is Angry Day. And I think I actually found something on one of those weird on this day calendars that was actually called Angry Day or Get Angry Day or something, which is, pretty good. So I am going to make, because I've declared, speaking of days, weeks, all that sort of thing, I have declared this week is Rum Week, because when I look at the calendar for drink days that celebrate particular drinks, this week, actually, I think it's all on the weekend, is International Rum Day, Pina Colada Day, and Mojito Day. And I've already, on Friday night, I recorded the video and I've already edited it and got it scheduled to go live on YouTube tomorrow. The coconut milk clarified Pina Colada that I made on Friday night. I actually made the mojito video a couple weeks ago because I had some fresh mint a couple weeks ago, but it's going to go live this week. And I'm going to make a pina colada old fashioned with some pineapple rum and coconut rum tonight. Never a dry July, Luke. That's for quitters. And hello, Greg. Justin, Australia can't have an Independence Day when it isn't independent. When our constitutional head of state is a foreign monarch. I'm going to make a drink, actually. Start celebrating. I've got this urge to make another Manhattan. I made one on Friday night, and it was so yummy. No, actually, Fox, it would be great if our National Day, we do have a National Day, we just don't have an Independence Day. It would be great if our National Day was on something apart from Invasion Day. And, maybe that could all be about, at some bright and shining future, actually growing up and declaring our independence and make that, as Bill Pullman says, our Independence Day. That was a good speech in the movie, the original Independence Day movie. I love stirring movie speeches. The one in Independence Day was good. Helly and hello, Kirsten. Justin, that is an excellent, excellent troll, and I love it. We should declare our independence also on the 4th of July one year, because that would be funny. That would absolutely be funny. So I might What does Difford's have for Manhattan variations? Let's see if there's an interesting variation. What do they have? Encyclopedia, Manhattan's best cocktail. Manhattan cocktail. What do they say about the Manhattan cocktail? Ingredients. Oh, there's a very old recipe for a Manhattan. Half a tumbler full of cracked ice, 2 dashes of gum, 2 dashes bitters, 1 dash of absinthe, 2/3 whiskey, 1/3 vermouth. That's interesting. A little maraschino may be added. I always pronounce it maraschino because most of the world pronounces it maraschino, and I just like to piss them off. So, and okay, here's what I wanted: variations. And añejo Manhattan, tequila, vermouth, bitters, and orange bitters. I think I want it with whiskey though. An apple Manhattan, bourbon, apple schnapps, and sweet vermouth. Ooh, bourbon, apple schnapps, triple sec, and sweet vermouth. Oh, I am liking the sound of that. Actually, I reckon I'm going to make that. Black Manhattan is also good. Rye with an Amaro instead of vermouth. And I've got a really good one for that. Jesus, this one's wild. A caramel Manhattan. Whiskey caramel liqueur, sweet vermouth, pineapple juice. God damn. Or Cuban is a Manhattan where you use rum in place of whiskey. Devil's Manhattan, bourbon, Southern Comfort, sweet vermouth, Peychaud's. An elderflower Manhattan, bourbon, elderflower, sweet vermouth. I like the sound of this Apple Manhattan number 2. 2 shots whiskey, 3/4. I've got a really good apple liqueur that I can use. A little bit of orange. They're saying triple sec. I got orange curacao, and then sweet vermouth. I'm gonna make that. That sounds great. Stirred cocktail. Kirsten had a fun day. Just kidding. Being cooped up inside. Of course you have. Stay-at-home orders. Because it's only a lockdown if it happens in Melbourne. Because Gladys has a gold standard system. It's just a sparkling stay-at-home order. All right, I'm going to try this Apple Manhattan because it actually sounds good. This will be my warm-up drink because I am going to shoot this video for a rum pina colada old-fashioned. It's be my warm-up. Probably should do it. I've got some of my sexy clear ice. Do it with clear ice? I can do it with clear ice. Just kind of patient. Right, so we need to get this one here. I might make it with Starwood. Just an arbitrary choice. Get the sweet vermouth, which I'm going through faster than I expected to. But that's good because it'll stay fresh. Wait, what else did they say put in it? And you found a leak in the sewage line in the basement. That would be unpleasant. That would be quite bad, in fact. That's right. I knew there was something else. Orange curacao. Well, they say triple sec. We don't do no common triple sec shit in this house. Marionette's orange curacao. I just noticed they're not calling it, I think they've changed the labeling because I'm sure they were calling it a dry curacao. And now they're calling it orange curacao. Maybe they've made it sweeter. What the fuck is the story with my hair? Honestly. I feel like I am actually going to have to go out and look in a proper mirror because it just looks weird. I think I just got to look at you. Always look weird. What are you talking about? Because you took husband for a walk on the beach to get his wiggles out. Yes. a little bit angsty, needing to. Right, for fun, I think I will use one clear ice because I've got a little bit of clear ice in here. Oh, yeah. Actually, that is just in my way. So, put it there, and then it's no longer in my way. Got one of those left, so the box is just taking up room. And some ice. Which one? This one's bigger. Size doesn't matter. But I'm going with the big one. Just when we come in and change the country, United States of Australia. Yes, okay. Yeah, that is, you're definitely trolling at this point, which I'm a big fan of. Right. All right. And I also want to put some ice in my mixing glass. So I think I'll do the trendy thing and crack the ice. Okay. So we get the other ice thing. It's just one cube there. Okay. Maybe I'll just do one cube. I think people overstate how much ice you need when you're mixing and shaking. Assuming I crack this one properly and it doesn't just go everywhere, which is a mighty big assumption. Oh, there we go. Shrapnel going everywhere, except in my mixing glass. Okay, most of that went in. That is okay. That was about 80% of the ice. Actually, probably closer to 90% of the ice went in the mixing glass. Okay, so, I need my jigger, and I even washed it and everything a bit earlier. Where did I put it? Here, just here. Okay, settle in Dune. Now, what ratios does this recipe say? 2 shots of Bourbon. So, decent serve of the whiskey. Oh, that was a huge mistake. So glad the ice didn't crack when I did that. That was actually in my drinking glass, not my mixing glass. And to be fair, you could build this straight in the glass, honestly. So, apple liqueur. Don't often talk up French products, but this is really good. A French apple liqueur. Le Belier. A little bit more. Oh, fuck, I almost did it again. So easily confused. All right. So, splash of orange liqueur. Almost did it again. It's 3 for 3 now. And finally, half an ounce of sweet vermouth. All right. Nice red color. All right. And I don't have my mixing finger. Just get that. Oh, here we go. All right. We're getting there. Fox, you want us to keep Commonwealth of Australia when our Republic vote happens? Is that trolling? Oh. All right. Ooh. Ooh, that's a rich flavor. I'm freaking loving this already. Put my coaster down. Everything's getting all mixed up here. All right. Oh, shiznit. Do you know what I watched a little bit of today, just because I was flicking through stuff on Prime Video, and it was, I think I was eating lunch, and I was just okay. I'm not settling down to watch anything. I watched something stupid for 15 minutes. Howard the Duck, the attempt George Lucas made at being funny. I think it was late 70s. Howard the Duck was made. Howard the Duck was a really weird Marvel character, and the movie's terrible. And it was a huge bomb. Yeah, I watched a bit of it. It was terrible. I didn't watch much. Then I did end up watching, while I was on Prime, the new sci-fi movie that Chris Pratt's the lead in, Tomorrow War. I don't want to give out any spoilers, but it's really fucking dumb. You tell, okay, they spend a lot of money to get Chris Pratt in it. They spent a lot of money on the effects. The effects look good. They maybe should have spent more money on the script, is all I'm saying. Because when something's got just this huge glaring plot hole that you can see a million miles away, and also their resolution was dumb as hell. It was just ridiculously stupid. Like, they had this incredibly obvious resolution that was actually incredibly easy, and for some reason no one thought of that, and so they think of a really complicated, stupid, almost certain to fail solution, which of course gives their heroes it works. But it's just like, the resolution was fairly intelligence insulting, and they never even properly dealt with the ridiculous time travel paradox they were doing. Yeah, Greg, you agree it was forgettable? Megaleech, what was your take? I mean, bits of it were entertaining, but bits of it was so goddamn stupid. Like, in fact, even just the initial thing is, so the basic premise, you'll see this if you see the trailers. People from the future find a way to come back and say, we're being attacked by aliens. We're losing the majority of the Earth's population's being killed. We need to bring you to the future to help us fight. And yeah, Megaleech, a couple of things, particularly when they go like, oh, people could come back in time and say the initial attack happened in this region on this day. You just friggin' prepare for it. You point all your bombs at this location, and when the aliens appear, you bomb the crap out of them. It was like, it was so dumb. The whole premise was so dumb. And yeah, completely ignored the usual time travel paradox. Like, if they're traveling back in time to tell them about an attack that caught them by surprise in the future, don't you automatically negate that surprise by going back in time and telling them that this, it's like, it's just fundamentally stupid. There was some entertaining and good action sequence. They also did the thing I cannot friggin' stand, and it's probably the only thing I don't like about the movie Starship Troopers, is they do this thing where someone fires 20, 30, 40, 50 rounds into an alien and it doesn't kill them. And it's like, okay, you don't stand a chance. If you can shoot something that many times at close range and not kill it, you're doomed. And they keep doing this thing where they, they're saying, oh, the aliens only have 2 weak spots. And it was just like, so why are you shooting? And they appear to have literally endless ammunition, because it's like, why are you firing hundreds of rounds completely ineffectively? And it's just, you could have changed. I mean, you would have had to change half a dozen things in the movie, but you could have changed half a dozen things and made it orders of magnitude better. And not least the resolution. Oh, I forgot. Oh, well, I haven't started drinking my drink yet, so I haven't technically forgotten. Where's my little skewers? I just gotta see, making French toast or a sandwich. Nice. Alrighty. Got my cocktail skewer. A little dueling sword. Get the maraschino cherry. Particularly fitting using a maraschino cherry. Oh, no, I didn't actually put any maraschino liqueur in, did I? I was just talking about it. No, I don't want two. I only want one. Man, these cherries are good. Well, that's so photogenic. I should put it on my Instagram. But if I like the drink, I'll probably make it again for my cocktail channel. Marangurk, Starship Troopers. The original book was just fascist. The writer in Star Trek Starship Troopers was quite happy with the idea of a fascist state, I think. The filmmakers, it's not so much a parody, but they were, I guess, highlighting this is a fascist state we're talking about. This future world we're talking about, it's not a utopia. It's a literal fascist state. Interestingly, for a fascist state, it's not racist because it was very multiracial, but it was explicitly a fascist state. And Alexander, hello. And you're saying Chris Pratt fell 2 years away being Kirk Cameron. Well, he does belong to some silly religious cult as well. I honestly don't think, at least not yet, maybe in the future it will, but I don't think a lackluster streaming movie hurts because they just throw so much money at those things. You think, did it come out in the Iraq War? If it did, I think it was coincidental. 97. Okay. I thought it was a bit older than that. War One. When was Gulf War One? Yeah, okay. First Gulf War was 91. You're right in as much as the filmmakers were having a bit of fun and having a bit of dig at American jingoism. They really were. But the source material was from the 1950s. I always thought it was funny. I saw interviewers with the filmmakers, and they said, like, sometimes people would say to us, either in interviews or conventions, it's like, oh, like, I like the movie, but the whole thing seemed kind of a bit fascist. And they're going, yeah, that's the point. They're fascists. Yeah. Maranga, that it was Western imperialism. It was Safo, is the US turning away from fascism with Joe Biden? I don't know. I'll look, I'm very intrigued to see what the next couple of years of a Biden administration bring. He's just so establishment, but I don't know. It's almost like he is trying to make some changes. Who knows? I'll reserve judgment till I see what the future brings. And yes, Abigail, you're right. Paul Verhoeven liked satire. You look at RoboCop. He made Running Man, didn't he? And what's the one where Arnie goes to Mars? And there was a really shitty remake of it recently. Oh, Jesus. Why? There's like a blank spot in my brain. But yes, Paul Verhoeven liked making satire. And I'm a big fan of his sci-fi satire. Things like RoboCop and Starship Troopers and whatnot. And I think when you look at, there was a remake of RoboCop which failed dismally. Thank you, Abigail. Total Recall, Mega Leech, Total Recall, based on a Philip K. Dick story called "We Can Remember It For You" wholesale. And the RoboCop remake and the Total Recall remake both failed dismally, both commercially and artistically. And I saw an interview with Paul Verhoeven, and I said, "What do you think?" He goes, "Those guys took themselves too seriously. We knew we were making a stupid movie. We were having fun. We were like, oh Jesus, this has got to be satire. You can't be too po-faced with this, or it won't work." Marangok, did I have a student SRC in high school? No. We did have school council, I guess. You think it's like Biden might make changes, changing Coke to Pepsi? Look, all I'm going to say, I have a very low opinion of Joe Biden. I have very low expectations for his administration, but I am going to reserve judgment until we see what actually happens. So, well, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not going to be my favorite, but it's lighter than a usual Manhattan. I think I will make this for my cocktail channel. Yes, Marangok, we didn't call it a student rep council. It was school council where I was. At uni, it was called a student rep council, SRC. Safa, is Biden rebuilding US infrastructure? I don't know. He does kind of love infrastructure. He might. I just don't know. Are there any drink days coming up? So, okay, I'm already planning for next week. So we want to go from the 11th onwards. What are the drink days from the 11th on? Mojito Day, I've got covered. Michelada, that's beer. I hate beer. I hate beer cocktails. But there is a Grand Marnier Day, and I don't have Grand Marnier. Fuck Grand Marnier. Daiquiri Day on the 19th. What day is the 19th? That's the following week. Okay, so I'll save up Daiquiri Day. Oh, God, that week's got Daiquiri Day and Tequila Day. So that's pretty good. But there's nothing in the intervening week that I want to touch. And then there's Scotch Day. I have a little bit of Scotch here. Mead Day, Beer Day, Baijiu Day, Rum Day, Whiskey Sour Day, Craft Gin Day, all these things. Okay, so there's nothing there. Abigail, have I watched our RoboCop remake? Every scene's made different people. It's hilarious. It sounds pretty good when people do wacky shit. Man, that is a really interesting mix of flavors, actually. So maybe I will do the apple martini next week. Oh, that's the other thing I want to go. What's on? Sorry, I keep scratching my nose. The sleep thing I put on irritates my nose, and it's always itchy. So I apologize for. Okay, so I'm going to go up to 11th June on the different site. Yes, Mojito Day, World Population Day, the anniversary of Donald Bradman's 309 runs against England in the 1930s Ashes series, highest score by a batsman in one day. Okay, 12. It's the anniversary of the Rolling Stones' first gig. That's certainly interesting. It's on the 13th. It's the Hollywood Sign's birthday. Wow. There's a Hollywood. What's in a Jumpin' Jack Flash first? Whiskey, banana, Galliano, orange juice, pineapple juice. That frankly sounds like a shithouse cocktail. I don't like orange juice in a cocktail. It's like it's like a riff on a Harvey Wallbanger. And I don't have Galliano. I could maybe substitute Liquor 43. There's another vanilla liqueur. But I think I'll give that one a miss. What's a Hollywood? Oh, God, it looks shit. What is it? Rum, grapefruit juice, grenadine, and an egg white. So that's a variation on a rum sour, basically. That actually might be okay. That actually might be okay. All right, but what else is happening in the calendar? What's on the 14th? Bastille Day. What actually... that's when they stormed the Bastille, kickstarting the French... Yeah, that's a warning to the world's billionaires at the moment, basically. Bastille Day. The Champs-Élysées is a busy street. I think I've made that cocktail before. Cognac, green chartreuse, lemon juice, sugar syrup, Angostura. So that's a sort of herbal cognac sour. Oh, yeah, it's basically a sidecar made with green chartreuse in the place of triple sec. Le Tour Eiffel. A very French martini. I think I've done that too. The absinthe drip. Purgatoire à la Française. Cognac, Islay whiskey, yellow chartreuse, and Punt Hermes. What a weird drink. That is a weird drink. Cognac, Islay whiskey, yellow chartreuse, and Punt Hermes. Wowzers. For those unaware, again, because those are slightly weird ingredients. Well, cognac is a French brandy whiskey, Scotch whiskey, the smoky ones. Yellow chartreuse is this herbal liqueur, and Punt Hermes is a dark herbal vermouth. So that's going to be like a herbal smoky drink. Very weird collection of stuff. But then again, I occasionally like weird things, so that could be a thing. I was just thinking, because we always nerd out about something. Having watched that very ordinary movie on Prime, Tomorrow War, and how they completely failed to recognize, very nicely done, completely failed to recognize the internal contradictions they were putting in. I feel like nerding out about the concept of multiverse theory, because that's really the only thing that makes time travel make any sense. Multiverse theory, if there's literally an infinite amount of universes and it's like every action that can happen does happen. And so theoretically you could time travel, change the past you experienced, but then you would be in a different universe. Or you could you might jump forward into your own universe, and the thing you did when you went back in time hadn't happened, because when you went back in time and did that caused a splinter, and you just created a parallel universe. It's really the only way you can make time travel make sense if you get into multiverse theory. I'm not saying you should try and make time travel make sense, because obviously under our understanding it's not possible. So, but who knows? There could be gaps in our understanding of the way the universe works. So, okay, got this week coming up. I want to go up to the 17th or 18th. Okay, we've got the anniversary of the discovery of Alaska. That's kind of boring. Okay. There is an Alaska cocktail too. What's in an Alaska cocktail? Gin, chartreuse, and he's got this thing about putting chilled water. But if you just stir it for long enough, you chill it. So that's just a martini riff instead of dry vermouth, putting yellow chartreuse in a martini, which honestly has potential. That has serious potential as a martini riff. Morango, funny, you get a lot of movie trailers on YouTube. So do I, man. Tomorrow came up a while back, took one look, jumped that shark before the trailer ended. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I watched the whole thing, because it got to a really stupid point where there was an incredibly obvious resolution, and for some reason they glossed over it and went for this difficult, almost destined to fail resolution. Very annoying. I don't know why I watched that last half hour, because it was that dumb at that point. Yes, Morango, there is a mysterious stranger. This is what happens when I do streams in the kitchen. People want stuff and they don't want to be on the stream, so we get various incarnations of a fridge ninja going in there. That was actually getting leftover birthday cake at the birthday party for young Mr. Angry on Friday night. Man, I might actually make an Alaska cocktail. I don't have yellow chartreuse, but I have Ocar Gold, an Australian liqueur. I might use that because I like a martini, and I think a yellow chartreuse type liqueur could make an interesting variation. That's on the definitely maybe list, actually. That kind of sounds interesting. Cherry Day, a Tom and Cherry. Ha ha. Some cherry facts. Heated cherry facts. Cherries range in color from bright scarlet to almost black. Cherry stones contain amygdalin, which becomes cyanide when metabolized by the body. Heated cherry stones were placed in pans to warm beds prior to the invention of the hot water bottle. There are more than 300 varieties of cherry grown at the National Fruit Collection, Brogdale Farm, England. There were more than 5,000 hectares of cherry orchards in Kent at the beginning of the 20th century. So what is a Tom and Cherry? Old Tom Gin, of course. Cherry liqueur, maraschino liqueur, cherry juice, grapefruit juice, and a teeny bit of Italian red bitter. Created in May 2020 by Difford himself, after a cherry farmer neighbour brought a case of his cherry juice around during lockdown. Ha! Took over his cherry orchard prior to this delivery and cocktail. We were not connected to his delicious cherries. Wow. I would have to consult with Kirsten on... Yes, Abigail, thank you for subscribing to #CherryFacts. Safa, well, the only one who was still here on Saturday morning was my lad, and he was fine. Okay, cherry blossoms have very little nutrients, yet rely on bees for pollination. So apiarists are hired to provide hives, but starve the bees have to feed them extra honey. That is an interesting #cherry fact, actually. Huge if true. Yes, I think I need to consult with Kirsten on which... hello, there's my resident expert. Which Australian gin, and I think you know the ones I have, which is... Well, I've got Archie Rose Dry. I've got some Tiny Bear. I've got Teddy and the Fox. Great Ocean Road. Patient Wolf. Some of the Applewood ones. I think I've still got Applewood Macadamia, actually. Geez, maybe because I've finished my other bottles of Applewood. Maybe I'm due to get one of their exotic ones. So yes, my question, Kirsten, is what Australian gin is closest in profile to an Old Tom gin? Because that's a thing that's still a mystery to me, all those sorts of things. The 17th. What do we got on the 17th? Punch Magazine's birthday. Anniversary of same-sex marriage in the UK became legal in 2013. There you go. So 17... Unless there's something really good on the 18th, I might leave it there. On to Thompson's birthday. All right, so that's all they've got. What do those weird National Day pages say? Because they always have weird things for national days. Okay, so for next week, so I want to start on the 12th through to the 18th. All right, let me see. 12th, Simplicity Day. Fuck off with your pop-ups, fucking website. Pecan Day, Bag Day, Different Colored Eyes Day. French fry, beans and franks, Delaware, Cow Appreciation Day. Well, that's a good one. I've got a Monnier Day. Nude Day. Look out. 14th is Nude Day. Okay. So, Kirsten, that's what I thought. Old Toms were sweet. Which would I describe as the sweetest? Honestly, probably Teddy and the Fox. Of all the gins I have, that one from the Bellarine, Teddy and the Fox, I'd probably describe that as the sweetest one I have. Oh, I was about to say, maybe that grapefruit gin from Great Ocean Road. Although, again, grapefruit's more bitter than sweet. That's true, Kirsten. Could cheat and add honey syrup. So what else isn't? But, oh, God. Okay, the Tom and Cherry, it has gin and cherry brandy and maraschino liqueur and cherry juice and grapefruit juice. Actually, that could be my tip because he's saying put grapefruit juice in. Maybe just put my grapefruit gin in and don't add grapefruit juice. Or to sweeten it, because I made a grapefruit syrup. That could be it. I could do that. Murungurk, yes, I am in Victoria, Melbourne town. I'm going to eat my cherry, seeing we've just been talking about cherries. Man, those cherries are really good. I should have got them ages ago. Yum. That's good. All right. Kitchen's just so clear, but the dishwasher started making noise, which is catching me a bit by surprise. Not going to shoot my video until the dishwasher stops making noise. Oh, sounds like the dishwasher stopped. I wish that dishwasher had a timer on it. I hate things that have a long cycle, but there's no actual timer. So you don't know how long it's got to go. That's what that dishwasher's like. So I'm thinking I could do, Kirsten, thank you for your help. I could definitely approximate this. Instead of an Old Tom gin, and because it said to put grapefruit juice in, and because, this Great Ocean Road grapefruit gin is probably, because they're calling it a grapefruit cello. So I think there is some sweetness. But I think if I use that, and then cherry liqueur and maraschino liqueur, cherry juice, I'll use it. Instead of 10 mils, I think I'd do a spoon. So about 5 mils of this cherry juice. And then use some of my grapefruit syrup. Because this says 10 mils cherry juice and 5 mils grapefruit juice. Maybe I'd do 5 mils of cherry juice and 10 mils of my grapefruit syrup. Because I tasted my grapefruit syrup. I just made it on a whim. And it's weird because it's half sugar, but the grapefruit bitterness is still coming through, which, good on you, grapefruit, sticking to your bitterness, honestly. So might do that. So when was that? Cherry Day. I have to look that up. So what else does this weird website say? Give something away day. That just makes me think of Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Gummy Worm Day. There you go. Corn Fritter Day, Personal Chef Day, Lottery Day, Tattoo Day. Who's game to get a tattoo on Tattoo Day? There you go. Yellow Pig Day. See, these days are so weird. What is Yellow Pig Day? Yellow Pig Day, 17th of July, honors the unique attributes of the number 17. Why 17? 17 is a premium number in the area of prime numbers. Add the first four prime numbers together, and 17 is their sum. The average school bus weighs 17 tons with passengers inside. That's just made up. Each of the following words has 17. So, the atomic number of chlorine is 17. What the fuck? These people are weird. Yellow Pig Day originates in the 1960s. Two mathematicians analyzed the random properties number 17 and a mysterious yellow pig. Seems the process became excessive and professional. Kelly gave lectures and taught classes around yellow pig, and Spivak made publications in several mathematical texts. Okay, that's just strange. Sour Candy Day, Caviar Day. Yep, no, that's all just strange. There's another National Day site. Does it say anything different? So what were the dates of next week again? The 12th. The 12th through to the 18th. What do they say there is? Yeah, they've got different coloured-eyed days, pecan pie days. Cow Appreciation Day is in here too. Bastille Day. Mac and Cheese Day. Tape Measure Day. Sure, why not? Give It Away Day. Yeah, Cherry Day is the 16th. Which day is the 16th? That's Friday. I could make a Tom and Cherry on Friday. Oh shit, what happened then? Clicked on the wrong fucking thing. What the fuck? Seriously. Fucking websites. Just with their shithouse design, so weird things happen when you click on things. Sorry, so 16th. Ugh. So what did I decide on? The Alaska cocktail sounds kind of interesting because it's arguably a riff on a martini. And I've decided I like this Apple Manhattan. I might make that just to make it. And then a variation on the Tom and Cherry, which sounds like a bit of fun. Maybe I'll do that. I've still got the rest of the week to decide, but I think maybe I'll do that. Sorry, Mungo, I'm not sure what we're saying is a coincidence now. It could be anything. All right, I got to set my camera up, and I'm gonna shoot this video. Make an old-fashioned pina colada. So a rum old-fashioned with pina colada flavors, coconut and pineapple. Because I have coconut rum and pineapple rum. For a second, I was going to say coconut rum, but I'm not that drunk. Okay, so that's ready. This is ready. Let's frame up my camera. Menu. Okay, is it on 4K? It is on 4K. Okay, that's probably about right, because I shot a video on Friday night and the settings are probably the same. You can get nostril count. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Just have to turn my lights on. That one. And that one. Hollywood, lights, camera, action. Okay, so that looks set. All right. Put my warm-up drinks aside. All right. So, pineapple rum. Where's my coconut rum? All right, I'll put this down so I don't get confused. Is that it at the back? Yes, I think. No. Yes. Ooh, running low on my coconut rum. I think I will use Orgeat as my sweetener. This is a real different looking Orgeat. What's they recommended? A BG Reynolds Scorpion Sting. Brandy, Puerto Rican rum, maraschino liqueur, orange juice, lemon juice, and this again, orange juice. BG Reynolds Original Orgeat bar syrup, a French sweetener made with almonds and cane sugar. What's this taste like, actually? Sort of tastes pretty good. All right. Pineapple. Oh, and I might do my tiki bitters. Elamakule tiki bitters from Vitamins. They make good bitters, by the way. God, this fucking hair is annoying me. I don't know if I should go on. No, it'll be fine. Silumi, hello. How you doing? I'm just going to quickly make a video. Pina colada, old-fashioned. All right, here we go. G'day, cocktail lovers. I hope you've been keeping well. Hope you're ready to roll along with Rum Week, declared by me, simply because in those weird days where someone declares it belongs to a particular drink, this week includes both International Rum Day, Pina Colada Day, and Mojito Day. And I've already uploaded my milk clarified Pina Colada. This drink I'm going to make is a variation on a rum old-fashioned. These days when someone talks about an old-fashioned cocktail, what a lot of people's minds will automatically go to is a whiskey-based one. But the old-fashioned, it basically means spirit, bitters, water. Sorry, I got that completely wrong. Spirit, bitters, sugar, or sugar syrup. So most often these days you'll see it with a whiskey. But yeah, a rum old-fashioned is a classic. Basically all spirit-based things you can make an old-fashioned with. And this one is actually inspired by Vino from 60 Second Cocktails. This is going to be a Pina Colada old-fashioned. Vino, if you've not seen his channel, you should check it out. Besides making great cocktails, he sets himself the challenge to make the cocktail in 60 seconds. I'm just going to make it at my own pace. I have slightly different ingredients to him, but it's basically because you do get flavored rums, and I think we've used the same pineapple rum, the Plantation Stiggins Fancy pineapple rum. Now, this doesn't have a heavy pineapple flavor. It's more got pineapple hints in it. And for the coconut part, because of course the prime parts of Pina Colada, besides the rum, pineapple juice and cream of coconut usually, I've got this. And this is a limited edition rum I found. And they essentially sold me with their copywriting They wanted to create something different. What they did, they imported the rums, and they used, this is from Australia, but with imported rums. They used activated charcoal to remove the color from the aged rums, blended 3 different coconut macerations with cacao nibs and Australian native wattle seed to complement and lift the coconut profile. So this is a pretty goddamn classy coconut rum. There are a lot of good coconut rums out there. There's a lot of really dodgy coconut sort of rum-based liqueur drinks. Malibu's the most famous. If that's your thing, go for it. I know a lot of people will rag on Malibu and the other ones that are sort of creamy liqueurs, but if you like them, go for it. I think, besides being too sweet, I think they taste a bit medicinal, whereas this is just great, honestly. So that's going to be my key components for this. So without further ado, let's get going with making our Pina Colada Old Fashioned. Sorry, what are you doing?
We finished.
No, I've just started, but that's why I was asking what you're doing. I'm going to be a little generous with myself. Usually in an old fashioned, you do about 2 ounces of the spirit. I'm doing 2 different spirits, so maybe I could do 1 ounce of each, but I like myself and I'm going to be a bit indulgent. I'm going to do 1.5 ounces of each. So starting with my coconut rum, I'll do 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of the coconut rum. And we will also be adding 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of our pineapple rum. For the sweetener on this, I've decided to go with Orgeat, which is an almond-based sugar syrup, because I just thought that fit the tropical vibe of a Pina Colada old-fashioned. You could use a simple syrup. You could even use a spoonful of fine sugar. Some people like to actually make their old-fashioned with sugar. They like there being that little bit of gritty residue in there. I don't. I'm going to use Orgeat, but not a huge amount, just 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of Orgeat. The final touch is a couple of dashes of bitters. You could use your standard aromatic bitters in this if you liked, which one would often use in an old-fashioned, or the bitters of your choice. I've got these ones from Bittermans, which are really quite nice. They're tiki bitters. If I try and pronounce the name properly, I'll probably get it horribly wrong. The Elemakule tiki bitters. Again, I'm doing this tropical vibe with a Pina Colada old-fashioned, so I thought the tiki bitters would be the go. So I'm going to put 2 dashes of the tiki bitters in. Crack some ice. Oop, that missed the glass. Okay, that's about a 75% of the ice in the glass job. Although I picked up a few pieces. I'm so bad at that. Don't know why I keep doing it. The old-fashioned is a stirred cocktail. Pina Colada old-fashioned, no exception. So add ice to my mixing glass. Gaz Regan's magic finger. Stir that for about 30 revolutions. That tastes really good. Just throwing it out there on the good drinks. Ugh, be a bit of water in here. Now I'm going to strain that into my rocks glass. Got a big chunk of my clear ice in there because this is a lovely, a light colored cocktail to go well with the clear ice. If I were a fussier man, I would put a garnish on this, but with an old fashioned, I like to keep it simple. With a whiskey old fashioned, I'd usually do an orange peel and express the oils over. But this is a rum one. I don't think orange necessarily goes as well. I'm literally going to do it garnish free. But time for the all important taste test. That tastes so good. Wow, I really like that. The simplicity of spirit, sugar, and bitters is incredible. And within that, you can riff on so many things. Even if you were just doing a whiskey-based old-fashioned, there's the whole flavor palette of whiskeys to go in. If you're doing a rum old-fashioned, there's so much to play with. And thanks, Vino, for the inspiration on this one. Coconut rum and pineapple rum. And I used Orgeat for my sweetener and Tiki bitters for the bitters. It's great, but there's so much room to play with this sort of thing. I thoroughly recommend you give it a go. Do whatever rums you like, or whatever flavors you like to put in. That simple formula, spirit, bitters, sugar, can encompass so much. And I'm just going to sit back with this. This is this fantastic thing of the whiskey old-fashioned is regarded as like a winter drink. It's a sipper. Pineapple and coconut flavors, and even rum, people think summer. So this is like both ends of the seasonal extremes blended into one drink. It's fantastic. Give it a go. Let me know if you've done this, or or what your favorite variation on the old-fashioned is. And hey, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, it would be great if you did, because I'd love to see you again. Hit the little notification bell so you know when I upload. A lot more to come. See if you can guess what the third rum cocktail will be this week. I've made it pretty obvious what it'll be. But that's coming up. Right now, I'm finishing this. I hope you're taking care of yourself and taking care of the people around you. But until I see you again, cheers. Now I just got to switch everything off. Okay, we're back. And might get this out of the way so I don't knock things over. All right. Back into the swing of things. Yes, Abigail, I am totally gay for myself. I have touched my own penis. So that's pretty gay. Fox, what are you doing? Get vaccinations, couple weeks. Yeah, look, I'll throw one thing out there because I've had my first AstraZeneca. I think it was a nurse who gave it to me, so I didn't feel a goddamn thing, and I do not like needles. So I'm somewhere between 4 and 6 weeks away from getting my second dose, depending, they're theoretically going to contact me and say, hey, you should book in for your next appointment. So Salumi, yes, I imagine you would be used to needles in your world. So cheers, y'all. Pina colada, rum old fashioned. Ooh, I love this, Salumi, an online dating update. You deleted the apps because you're over it, but actually had a good prospect going well, re-downloaded, slim pickings. Poly NB Pan does not give you more options. But being that clear about who you are hopefully makes it more likely you get the right person. See, I'm being glass half full. Oh, honestly, that's really good. I am going to miss this coconut rum when it's gone because it was a limited edition. There won't be any more of it. I should look these guys up. Are they doing other things? Cocos Nucifera. I'm going to look them up. Are they doing other limited editions? Because that was really good. Oh, okay. That's the scientific name for coconut. Okay. Cool. What are these people called? This is a Trinidad Tobago. Ah, there's their website. rumdiaryspiced.com. All right. I learned something today. Cocos nucifera is scientific name for coconut. What did I say it was again? Rum Diary Spiced. Rum Diary Spiced.com. Come on, let's load up, motherfucker. I'm not going to sign up yet. Yes, I'm over 18. Okay, our rums. Royal Navy Strength Spiced rum. 57. That's interesting. A Navy Strength Spiced. So Rum Diary Traditional Spiced. Rum Diary Navy Strength Spiced. Oh, the Experimental Kitchen. A cherry one. They've got a cherry one now. Wait, are they still selling Cocos Nucifera? It doesn't look like it. Wait, how the fuck do I buy anything? Buy it now. There we go. Okay, what can I buy from them? Traditional spiced rum, cherry. Oh, they've actually still got some of the Cocos Nucifera. Geez, maybe I'll just buy more on that. A spiced rum Negroni. An espresso martini. Navy Strength Spiced. Oh my god. Okay, see, and it's only 4. Oh my god. Okay, so I talked about I was going to start getting into Flair, the little pins from different distillers. These guys, because they call themselves Rum Diary, which that was an early Hunter S. Thompson book, the Rum Diaries. They've got an enamel pin that's an obvious caricature of young Hunter Thompson with RDS on his lapel. And it's only $4. So now I feel like I'm probably going to buy that. Abigail, you'd be okay with a poly NB pen partner? Nice. Oh, wow. You went there, Sulumi. It's so hard. To which Fox replied, giggity. Yeah. Still got a bit of this. I mean, I'd have to make several more drinks to use that up. But I'm interested that they still have it. I thought because it was a limited edition. And this batch was, maybe they keep making it. This batch was from 2019. 2,500 bottles made that year. I suppose that's a lot of bottles for a limited edition rum, actually. Wait, where do I go if I say not yet? On that, are you over 18? Oh, that's so cool. The Rum Diary website initially says, are you over 18? And if I say no, it sends me to the Wiggles homepage, which I'm on board with that. So what's the cherry? Made with 2018 late harvest black Tasmanian cherries, macerated for a year. So it was left with the cherries in it for a year. Rested for the flavor to marry with the rum. Wow! For another 18 months. Spices were chosen to enhance the natural flavor of the cherry while also bringing depth and character to the spiced rum. Wowzers. God, they've kind of got me with that one too, honestly. Oh, nice. Well, see, Kirsten, we promised swapsies. I've got a spare tiny gospel pin. Yeah. So if I get a handle on some, I'm going to end up with just having the flair, which I'm totally okay with. Isn't it, Kirsten? I don't know about you, Kirsten, but because we're both in the Steve the bartender cocktail crew on Facebook, and every time someone posts a cocktail, a gin cocktail, and they've used some mass-produced gin, I'm always fighting down the urge to go, what the fuck is wrong with you? There's got to be an independent gin distiller somewhere near you who's doing something way more fucking interesting than that mass-produced gin. Fucking stop being such a fucking normie and get something good. But I don't, because that would be rude. But the temptation is always there. So he's silly me. Your GP tried to tell you, oh God, you need to lose weight. You're always wearing 4 layers when he saw me. So you've been eating potatoes and drinking wine just to say, fuck you, doctor. I've had that as well. I know women get it way more. And I actually got it from a woman doctor years ago. The story is slightly complicated, and I've always had suspicions as to why she was like that to me in particular when and this is when my ex was pregnant with our firstborn, and we found this place that was supposed to be a family practice. So I thought, well, I'll go there too when I'm sick. We went in for pregnancy checks and whatever, and I went in there, and this woman doctor was super fucking hostile to me and did the weight loss thing. And yes, so I think I got the impression when they said family, they meant women and babies, and they weren't that fond of men. That was the vibe I got. It's possible I'm wrong. Yes, no, Kirsten, that is absolutely you. When I say those words, you actually put them into my head. But I think, do you think it? Because I think it all the time. When all these people go, man, I'm a sharp happening cocktail person. Here's the thing I made with Bombay Sapphire gin. And I'm just like, the fuck? What? Jesus. Oh, my God, that's good. We have to thank bloody Vino from 60 Second Cocktails for this idea. It's a grown-up pina colada. And it's really good. And it's already after 9. And I've only had 2 drinks. I'm good. And I think I'll just drink water from here because I'm good. Yes, okay, good. You think it too, Kirsten. Thank you. Fox, not sure if I saw it before. Close the stream too. Oh, yes, Lux Brew. Yeah, no, I am... What am I doing now? I'm just going to get the sample. I'm going to get a grand sampler from Lux Brew. All the little bottles. I can make one drink with each of the little bottles and then decide which of the little bottles I like the most, and get the big bottle of that. Because I can get, I definitely want to do that, actually. I love it. This is definitely one of those drinks that every time I have a sip, I want to say again, man, this is a really good drink. So on my rating, this is a 8.5. This is very good. This is very good. This is a definitely do it again. Definitely do it again. Yeah, why not, Fox? I'm just going to... you know what? The other night, I went the whole thing of going to their website and clicking on all the little things, and then I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Supporting local. Lux Brew. Okay. Let's go. I didn't save my trolley. Whatever. So, finger lime. Add to cart. Kakadu plum. Add to cart. Wattle seed. Add to cart. Sample size, thank you. Lily Pilly, add to cart. Classics. I don't need a chocolate liqueur. I have chocolate liqueurs. Don't need coffee because I fucking hate coffee. Lemon liqueur, why not? Add to cart. And the last one was the masala chai spiced. I think that was the last one. Add to cart. Classic spirits, gin, white rum. Might even get their white rum. If I like their other stuff, when I run out of my white rum, I might get single serve cocktails. That's pretty cute. Gin blossom, whiskey sour, espresso martini, Mai Tai, Singapore sling. This is really cute. There's like single serve cocktails less than $10. This is a really fucking cheap cocktail. Fox, is it scary how easy you can get me to do stuff? I am very suggestible. I am absolutely suggestible. So what have I? Okay, just checking. I've got finger lime, kakadu plum, wattle seed, lily pilly, lemon, masala chai spiced rum, Sakura cherry. What the fuck is that? Do they have? Okay, they don't have a sample bottle of the Sakura cherry. They only have the full size. Okay, I'm just getting sample bottles this time. Honestly, their single serve cocktails sound pretty good too. Less than $10 for a single serve cocktail. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm not going to say they'd be better than one I mixed on my own. But if you got a bunch of them for a party, you just lie to people and say you were mixing them up, just so you have all the little bottles down there chilling, and there's your Mai Tai, there's your Singapore sling, there's your whiskey sour, there's your espresso martini. All right, so all right, I'm sure. I was also just double checking. Do they have pins? Because I'm looking for pins at the moment. They don't have pins. Lux Brew doesn't have pins. We can do PayPal. That's what I like. Because then you don't get my credit card. And your website. Yes, that is me, PayPal. Thank you very much. So I got all these little sample bottles for about the price of one big bottle of an Australian liqueur. Ooh, warehouse pickup. I could go to Knoxfield. Wait a sec. How far is Knoxfield's? Like a really long way from my house. I think I clicked on the wrong thing. I think it's like half an hour away, and I can't be asked going there. Directions from my home. Yeah, it's half an hour away. I can't be bothered driving. I will pay the $9 shipping, because I'd use at least half that in petrol. So it's more like $4 or $5 shipping. Total shipping done. There you go. I placed my order. So I get a neat thing arriving next week. Fox, who's got brat energy? Sorry, Salumi, who's got brat energy? Oh my God. Okay, we're going there. This is like after party talk. Oh, Jesus. We're getting after party talk there. But that's okay. We be like that. again, just throwing it out there, I make really good drinks, and that pina colada, old fashioned, very good. Abigail, did someone say after party? Yeah. It still cracks me up that you got that message from a scammer during the stream last night. That's just fucking funny. It's just, yeah, the randomness of getting that, what we thought was a misdirected WhatsApp message, and everyone collectively decided to mess with them, which I was on board with, but I felt slightly bad about. But then when we worked out it was an actual scam, it was like, well, clearly messing with them was the right thing to do. Oh my God. It's it is a slight. Oh, Stella, I didn't see you there. Hello. Stella's got interested in the Brat talk as well. Fox, you think I like the masala chai spiced rum? I think I will as well. Oh, Fox, did you not see that part of the thing? Yeah, no. I forget who it was, but someone actually searched on the initial message about send me the things, and it's a script that scammers are using. They randomly send this message to people on WhatsApp, and if the people say, I think you got a wrong number, this isn't me, they start chatting to them and try and romanticize them. So Stella was listening while doing dishes. Nice. Oh man, I am a little bit drunk because I made that last drink with 3 ounces of rum. And the coconut rum is 42%, and the pineapple rum is 40%. So there you go. So Lumi's getting some wine. Yay, good. Oh yeah, that was the best update, Abigail. The scammer's going to talk to you tomorrow very hard. It was perfect when Abigail said, because the profile photo on this thing was a young Asian woman, and when Abigail said, I'm into girls, she goes, me too. Or the scammer said, me too. So that was pretty good. I thought that was the scammer thinking on their feet there. Unless the scammer just randomly is actually into girls. Okay. That's the water. You love how the ice just disappears. It just looks like I've got only water in there, but there's a big old chunk of ice in there. I have to make some more. I have to do another experiment with my lunchbox. Because I've got to get the timing right. Because I think it will work if I time the freezing to the point where I can just see the impurities starting to settle and stop freezing then and trim that off. And then I have to decide if the piece of ice that comes out is any use to me. Because it seems like it's going to be quite thin. But that could work, because you could like cut it into spears, and spears of clear ice can be quite good. Who knows? Or then maybe this will just make me try and find a deeper insulated lunchbox, because Amazon did actually call this a children's lunchbox. So maybe there's an adult insulated lunchbox that's bigger, that's deeper, that can make more ice. But it's just experiments. These are things I like to experiment with. And also, ordering stuff online, you get presents, especially when you forget that you ordered something, So I know sometime in the next week or two, I'm going to get yet another shirt. And this isn't going to be a cocktail one. This is this really cool retro space design. I'm actually quite keen to show that one off because I really like that design. But I got a shit ton of cocktail shirts. And yeah, there we go. Speaking of wines, Sloomi's off to get wines. Abigail, I think the next thing I need to get you into to go with your Starwood Nova, pay for another tech support session with a little bottle of the sweet vermouth from Maiden Eye. Get it from the Bitters Lab of your way, because a Manhattan, good quality whiskey with good quality sweet vermouth is a fucking great drink. It is so good, and it's really simple. You know, whiskey and vermouth, and you can put some bitters in if you want. So Limmy's got a red blend. It's quite nice. Well, that's good. Oh, oof, man. Okay, yeah, water's good. Like those drinks I made tasted so good. Doing the Italian, so good. And the temptation to make another one, very strong. But it's like, no, work tomorrow. It's Monday. Going back to work. I will just drink some water from here on. And hopefully not have to get up and pee in the middle of the night. Because I'm not a fan of it, particularly because I'm wearing my breathing headgear. If I get up to go to the toilet, I've got to switch the machine off and take my headgear off and go, in the dark, trying not to disturb Mrs. Angry, and then get back to bed in the dark and get the headgear on properly in the dark and start it up again. Which I'm perfectly capable of doing, but I'd rather not, quite honestly. I prefer it if I sleep through. It's funny, after the last 2 nights live streams going very late, I had a sleep, and it wasn't just the live streams. On Friday night, after the live stream, I stayed up with the party boys for an hour or two till they went home, just to make sure everything was okay. And from Abigail's place last night, I drove home because I hadn't actually been drinking for a couple of hours. So I think I'm sober enough to drive home rather than crashing. And it was nice to sort of be in my own place. And yeah, then I just had to get home, do everything out of the car, set up my breathing apparatus and put it on and go to sleep. And then I woke up, not sure what time. It wasn't early, but it was daylight. And then Mrs. Angry hadn't realized I'd come home and slept on the lounge because I didn't want to disturb her. And then I went to sleep in my bed and got up at about 11:30. It's like 11:30. So it's like I caught up on my sleep deficit this morning because it's like, I'm fine. And I just got into my bed and just out for several more hours. Got up at about 11:30. Switched on the PC, realized there was a little problem with it. And but then went over to see Abigail again and we fixed that problem. So that's good. So the PC's happy and running and all that sort of shenanigans. Oh, my tongue feels weird. That's probably because of the alcohol. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. I haven't been around other people enough to get sick. Like, I did get a cold. I can't even remember. Was it earlier this year or late last year? Best thing about last year was not getting colds at all because I wasn't around people. I wasn't on trains. I wasn't in the office when everyone has fucking colds, so you catch cold. I didn't get a cold last winter, but I did get one either late last year, early this year. I can't even remember because time no longer has any meaning. And I actually got it because it was Mrs. Angry's lad had been at his dad's place and some of his dad's friends had colds and gave them to him. And then he was at our place and he gave it to me. And that was just a cold. That was annoying, but only having one. My tongue feels funny. I hope it's not a cold. I don't think I've been around people enough to get a cold, but who knows? If I get any symptoms beyond my tongue feeling weird, I will, of course, get a COVID test. Shieldsy, you've been playing Rust. Sucks for an out. I can get back into the Mad Max game because I downloaded the Mad Max game from the Steam sales because it was less than $10, and a lot of people had recommended it. It's an open world thing. The initial bit I played, it's fun. It's a fun game. And so if I get a bit more, I guess I'll be able to do more open world shit, just driving around and running over people and punching people. That's the fun thing. We've got a car built that's got like a nitrous boost in it. And if you see the bad guys in front of you, just like line it up and hit the turbo boost and just fucking run them down, or smash into the side of their car and fuck them up, or then get out and just punch shit out of people. The fight mechanics are really simple but fun. Yeah, I like that, Salumi. If I don't want to get sick, don't lick anything. Wait, no. Without going into too much detail, I exercise discretion on that front. Oh, Abigail's place was wild. I should have like shot a bit of video on my phone. Abigail's high rise. It's got this. She's 14 floors up, and you got this weird fucking wind howling down the corridors. It was absolutely surreal. Like, the world generally in Melbourne was cold today. I went to see Abigail, get out the elevator on her floor, and there's this wind down the corridor, and you're inside a building, and it's whistling, and it was so. I should have shot a video because it was really weird. Swimming, you have a fun way to get sick. That was, oh god, I saw. It was like a Tumblr meme or something. Someone saying like, I was at some party or function, and I think they put a chip in a dip, and the chip broke. It didn't hit the floor. I think like it landed on the table, and the person scooped it up and ate it. The chip with the dip that had sort of broken and landed on the table, and they scooped it up and ate it. And this lady near them went, "Oh, you'll get sick doing stuff like that." And they turned to this lady and said, "Lady, I've literally had my tongue up people's butthole, so this isn't going to hurt me, okay?" Which I thought was hilarious. Not necessarily a true story, but I'd love to see someone do that, honestly. Salumi, as you enter, you're like, "Oh no, the brat's saying stupid things." No, we love it. We love it, Salumi. Oh dear. And now I'm just trying to behave, because even though I'm drinking water now, Jesus, I think those 2 drinks I had were quite potent. What was in? I made that apple Manhattan. Oof. I made those 2 drinks, and I feel a little bit drunk. I think I saw it just from the feel. I'm not even trying to walk. I'm just sitting here and I can feel it. So I think over the last hour I've had, was that 1, 2, 3? Christ, I've probably had about 6 standard drinks in the last 2 hours. Would absolutely upset a doctor. I was like, "Calm down, you fucking nerd." Drinking water now. Shieldsy, had to go to the toilet. Ah, dude, you got stuck in gaming. Suddenly you realize you had to go to the toilet. Right, just give me a bit more water because I'm being good. Ugh. There are the things that have been stuck in my head. The Justified and Ancient. What did they release that under? Because they released stuff under lots of names. Christ, fidgeting and dropping things. Right, I'm going to close a bunch of tabs on my browser and open YouTube. The KLF. Sorry, I was going to look it up just to see what the fuck, because I couldn't remember their name. And it's the KLF. But they're also known as the Justified Ancients of Mumu. They were the guys behind the Time Lords doctoring the TARDIS. The basic producers did. And the weird thing is they were kind of anarchists. They were part of this stuff that was kind of a paganish thing called, oh God, Aidsy knows these people. Trying to remember. But yeah, they were very much into not capitalism. So when they made millions and millions of dollars from just these repeated hits in the 90s, it weirded them out a bit, and they kept trying to just spend all the money. And they apparently literally stacked £1,000,000 in paper money in a big pile and set it on fire as part of their sort of cult-like beliefs. But yeah, the KLF track I've had stuck in my head. They released a version of a single that had Tammy Wynette in it, which I fucking love. They're justified and they're ancient, because the version on the album didn't have Tammy Wynette. It's just someone singing it. But for the single, they got Tammy Wynette out, and with her beautiful twang, they're justified and they're ancient. They roam about the land. And because the KLF, what I like to picture, like when you see the videos they made, it's like a submarine in a swimming pool in a studio. Like, yeah, they were spending millions of dollars to make video clips because they were just trying to get rid of all the money they made because they didn't like all the money. I think is fucking hilarious. And I love to picture the idea they've just gone, you know who should sing on the single? Tammy Wynette. So they got Tammy Wynette's number and called her and said, "We want you to be in a video for this song in England." And they said, and Tammy Wynette goes, "I'm kind of busy," and said, "We will fly you over here first class and literally pay you $1 million US." And Tammy Wynette said, "Yes, I will do that." And yeah, and the guys behind the KLF, because they had all these hits and they got invited to the Brit Awards, and they hated the establishment and all this shit. So they got some really trashy metal band to go on the Brit Awards. They said, "I want you to do a live performance of one of your songs on the Brit Awards." And they said, "Okay." And they hired this really trashy metal band to do a metal version of one of their tracks and fuck up the set live on the Brit Awards. And the people behind the Brit Awards and the establishment pop stars didn't like that. And the guys behind the KLF said, "Well, don't fucking invite us anymore, okay? We don't fucking like you." It's just like, go you guys. Oh, God, I almost remembered what this weird sort of nihilistic prankster group was called. It's not the Arcadians. No, if ADSy was here, he'd remember. Because ADSy's mob were chaos magic. God, this is going to bug me. And I forgot to talk to ADSy today, so I don't know what's going on. But, oh, God, that's really going to bug me, actually. It's like they do smiley faces and the color silver. Yeah, it's some weird sort of pagan party cult. I can't remember it. It's really frustrating me. I almost remembered it. It really sounds a lot like Arcadians. Maybe actually, if I just go Google, what were the KLF beliefs? KLF justified and ancient. Pitchfork. What does Pitchfork say about the KLF? Okay, KLF apparently stands for Copyright Liberation Front. Copyright spelled with a K. They just uploaded high definition videos of all their stuff to YouTube, which is good. They're really into Illuminatus. Justified Ancients of Mumu. The Jams. KLF, they were co-foundation, the Time Lords. Punk Situationists. That's a good one. Almost. Come on, tell me what it is. The KLF. Oh yes, the infamous 92 Brit Awards. They machine gunned the audience with blanks. No, that doesn't say what their fucking cult-like beliefs were. No, Abigail, they're not Raelians. Hello, Chris. Is someone having freedom without you? What are you doing on Freedom Day? Are you blowing stuff up or drinking alcohol? KLF, British pop. Yeah, they're into the esoteric novels, the Illuminatus trilogy, anarchic situationist manifestos. That's right. The band that they collaborated with as the Brits was Extreme Noise Terror. They fired machine gun blanks into the audience, dumped a dead sheep at the after-show party. Okay, my fucking oven is doing this buzzing thing, which I was trying to ignore, and I can't. It's driving me crazy. I need to fucking hit this button. Ugh, this clock on this stove is just broken, and it's my fucking nemesis. I've worked out how to stop it doing the buzzing for a couple of hours. Oh, okay, that wasn't it. What the fuck was that? Calm your fucking tits, stove. You're just going to have to excuse me for a few seconds because this buzzing drives me fucking insane. Okay, the stove is being a cunt. I'm going to leave it for a minute. It may or may not do something to upset me again. What have we got? Justified Ancients of Mumu, the Time Lords, the KLF, Brit Awards and Retirement, K Foundation, Jams Return. 23 years after they burnt £1 million, they returned as the Justified Ancients of Mumu. KLF Communications. See, eventually Illuminatus. What was the fucking name? AIDS knows the name. God damn it. Well, god damn it. This is just going to drive me crazy till I remember. Thank you, Megaleech. Discordians. That's it. They were Discordians. Fucking hell. That is such a fucking relief. That is such a fucking relief. Notice I was looking at websites, so I didn't see the thing. Megaleech. There you go. Discordians. Oh man, I should have, instead of been obsessing with the internet, I should have been looking at fucking chat. Megaleech is 100% on board. It's the Discordians, and now I can relax. Chris, US and Canada heatwave. Yes, those temperatures were mad. Within 12 Fahrenheit of the hottest temps on Earth. Yeah, I just saw. Woof. Oh, yeah, that's right, Stella. The Raelians claim they cloned a human. The funny thing is, someone probably has. When we go, if what you mean by a clone is you make someone who's replicated from cells rather than being the product of a sperm fertilizing an ovum. The way IVF, for want of again, the way IVF works, someone has probably accidentally created a clone, like the cell mitosis wasn't started by a sperm fertilizing an ovum. So there are probably at least one child who is a product of IVF who is technically a clone, because they weren't started by a sperm starting an ovum. The whole microscopic work they do in IVF accidentally triggered cell splitting. So it is more than possible that there are actual clones walking the earth at the moment. We just don't realize. And the idea that people won't explore sort of forbidden science like cloning, that's ridiculous. There's always someone who'll do the wacky out there shit with science just because they want to. Oh. Yeah, Chris, some of those temperatures across North America have been mind-blowing, to say the least. Intolerable, one would say. And it's just, buckling roads. We get that in Australia sometimes, but it appears to have been happening in North America, where people are, I'm just eating a cherry for no reason. Well, I say no reason. What I mean is they taste good. My God, that is good. Okay. Yeah, who the fuck knows what's going to happen in Australia's next summer? Because our last summer was very mild. The previous summer was, of course, diabolical when all those fucking bushfires went off and whatnot. And that's like we got a year off. I fear that the summer of, not last summer, the summer before, I fear that's our indicator of the future. And last summer just gave us a bit of a breather. I fear large sections of Australia that are currently populated are going to, in a very short time frame, 10, 20 years, be very inhospitable to humans. Like, namely, if people continue to choose to live there, it's going to kill a bunch of them. Yes, Abigail, the coldness does kind of require someone to snuggle and Netflix and chill, definitely. So, Chris, in Freedom News, people shut off fireworks, guarantee the entire West Coast will end up ablaze from people shooting off fireworks. You are almost definitely right, Chris. You are almost definitely right. That's what we get to see in the next couple of days. Did fireworks set off out of control fires in the Western US? Yeah, Megalich above the tropic line is probably going to get a bit nasty. Yeah, Shieldsy, we are definitely in a La Nina pattern at the moment. Last summer and this winter have been La Nina, which means more rain than usual. But what I always worry about is, okay, what about next summer? What's going to be next summer? If we get less rain next summer, and all the rain from the previous year is going to have promoted all this vegetation growth, which is then going to dry out and just be fucking mountains of kindling for a hot summer. So, am I being negative? Am I being negative saying I worry about that stuff? I don't know. But I do worry about that stuff, quite honestly. Very, very, very troubling stuff. But what are you going to do? We can't do anything. Oh, okay. That was also a subtext thing, except they kind of made it quite explicit, but no one said the words. In the movie we were talking about earlier, what's it called? The Tomorrow War? Climate change, global warming was actually a big part of things. It's just basically saying directly or indirectly, climate change stands a very good chance of destroying human civilization. I think they were being clever with how they did it. I didn't think it was particularly subtle. Like literally having a big screen behind the science teacher when he's talking to his kids about the future and stuff, and it's just putting up all these statistics about climate change. And then it turns out to be the melting of sort of Russian permafrost was a direct contributor to this alien invasion thing. Nobody. Greetings at Cell Mutations. Thank you. I'm just about to go to bed, but it's nice to see you before I do. She goes, you haven't had rain like this in winter since 1988. Melbourne had a bunch of flooding and extreme weather so far this winter. Still got plenty of time for it to get worse. And it's definitely worse flooding than there's been for 10 or 20 years. Not quite so long as 1988, but it's definitely the worst flooding for more than a decade. So, but all these sorts of things, like one of the power stations, Yallourn, was at extreme risk because of the weather. Like one of the cooling towers had cracked, and it was at risk of the power station flooding, which would have really fucked things up. I think we're past the immediate risk at the moment, but I know both I think Energy Australia operates the Yallourn power station. So both Energy Australia and the state government departments that are responsible for managing those sorts of things went hell for leather to stop a flood absolutely fucking up the Yallourn power station. And I think we are in crisis averted mode at the moment. I think it's kind of okay at the moment. But yes, everyone was very worried about the Yallourn power station for a while. So she goes, you've had the most rain in 15 years. Oh, yeah. Spring is often more rain, but we are also having lots of winter rain here. But that's the whole La Nina thing. And also, even summer. Last summer was more rain than usual. We're always on this fucking knife edge here. Like, oh my God, the bloody water reservoirs for the capital cities are going to dry out. Oh no, heavy rain and flooding. The reservoirs are now overfull and we have to do an emergency release that might cause flooding downstream. It's like, if it's not one thing, it's a fucking another, honestly. So here's me getting cash because I'm ready to wrap up the live stream. But I just realized I'm still sort of, I've got my vest done up. I've got my tie done up. Why do I still have those things done up? Because I'm not shooting video anymore. Just sort of, relax, getting ready for bed. That was a tame burp. I thought I was going to do a really big burp then, and ended up being really tame. That's a bit better. I could just feel this pressure. I can force burps. Can anyone else do burps on demand? I can do it. I just swallow air and then push it back up. Oh, that was an even better one. There's some burping ASMR for anyone who's into that stuff. Yep, that one kind of feels like I was dangerously close to follow through, actually. I should stop doing that. Nobody. Welcome to Australia. Half the country is on fire with the floods. Basically, yes. So Salumi can force burps too. Yeah, there's two sorts of people. Those who can force burps and those who can't. That was not even a big one, Abigail. That was a reasonably good one. Megalich, you can do it, breathe in and out. I can annoy my family members by sort of speaking whole sentences when I do a whole big burp. It's like, how are you today? With a burp. I kind of annoy my family members. by doing that occasionally. So you used to have burping competitions with your uncle when you were a toddler. You can force burps. Yeah. People who can't force burps find it really weird. But yeah, if you can do it, you can do it. Oh, I've always liked that joke, Abigail. There are 10 types of people: those who understand binary and those who don't. And you have to understand binary to get the joke. It's a bit meta. It's a joke about a joke, which is my type of thing, quite honestly. Yes, meta humor. Shields, you can do cross eyes. I think I can do cross eyes. The real talent with eyes is people who can move eyes independently. Like they can keep one eye staring straight ahead and they can make the other eye go. That's a real skill. That is because your brain wants to control your eyes at the same time. So you can go cross-eyed and whatnot. And some people can do it better than others. But to actually have the eyes move independently, that's a real skill. Abigail can wiggle your ears. That, from what I know, is a practice thing as well. I can't do it. I had a lecturer at uni who could do that. Who's very good at it. You can move your eyes independently. Yes. Sklimmy Skilly's making coffee a meal. Nice. Nobody ever place near you called Burpin' Gary. Can guess how I sometimes choose to say the name. Definitely. Wouldn't that be good for someone named Gary, quite honestly? Anywho, that's me. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to go to bed with a little bit of water. Oh, yep. All right. Gotta go. Put my breathing headgear on. I should show it once because I showed the one a while back because I've had a whole bunch of different headgears to try and work out which one's best. I think the current one is the best. I showed the one off a while back where the hose came out of the nose and it was very elephant-like. This one, the hose actually comes out the top. It's very Davros-like. Like I've got this thing that goes under my nose. Then goes around. This thing up here, and there's a little thing on top. So it's very Davros-like, this particular headgear. I should show it off in one of the streams. Nice. Silumi gonna finish wine and message people. Sounds fun. I will see you fine people later. I won't be on tomorrow. I will be... What are we watching? Mrs. Angry and I at the moment are watching The Nevers, which I'm in two minds about because Joss Whedon's behind it, and we have learned in the last year, beyond any shadow of a doubt, what a piece of shit Joss Whedon is. But it's kind of okay. Kind of like it. But there's only one season watching that. We finished Sweet Tooth. Now we're watching The Nevers. When we finish that, we'll find something else. But yes, I'm going to have a TV night with Mrs. Angry tomorrow night. I'll be back on Tuesday night in all probability. So you all take care. See you all later. Till I see you again.